be using is a moisturizer, and this is the Clean and Clear Morning Glow Moisturizer. So I just do like 2 pumps of this in my hand. So I'm just going to rub this together and put this all over my face. And make sure to get it underneath my eyes because we're going to be putting concealer. So now that I do that, I'm going to apply a foundation. And in the picture you can see she wears foundation because her skin looks absolutely flawless. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Mineral Power Natural Perfecting Foundation. And I've shown this in a video before, and the lighting just got really orange. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get about this much on my hand, and I'm going to start dotting it on my face. So now what I'm going to do, wasn't in my last foundation routine, but I'm going to be using my my e.l.f. powder brush right there, and I'm going to just be blending this out with a brush. I feel like it's a lot easier. So you just want to make sure you got all the foundation blended in after I got some on my lip. So now the next thing I'm going to do is use my Hard Candy Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. And this is in the color medium. And I'm going to take this and get about that much on my finger, and that's enough for both under eye circles. And of course, if you have any blemishes, you can conceal those, but as of right now, I'm pretty good with blemishes, so I'm just going to rub my fingers together. And what I like to do is I like to pat it right underneath my eye. So now I'm going to be taking a bronzer. You can use any bronzer that you like. You can also use a setting powder. But I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Healthy Glow bronzer. And looks like that. The color mine is Sunkissed. I'm going to be using the same foundation brush thing that I used before and applying this right over the foundation. I'm going to contour and do my blush now. So what I do for contouring and blush is using my contour blush and bronzing powder. Yeah. So I use this, and excuse the packaging, it's all like used. So I'm going to be using this bronzer for my contour, and the bronzer is just a nice brown bronze color. So I'm going to be taking my angled brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to be contouring from about here and then up to my temple. For my blush, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Heather Silk, and just looks like this. I'm just going to take a couple dabs of this and put this right on my apples of my cheeks. And now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and this is just the e.l.f. face powder brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. This is like a very it's not a very soft brush. It's kind of harsh, but it's fine to just blend out. So now I'm going to be moving on to the eyes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is prime your eye. And I'm just going to be using concealer since I ran out of my primer. And this is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Concealer. This is in the color Apricot Beige, if you're wondering. So I just put this all over Okay, so I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip, and these things are very, very watery, so I'd definitely say to shake them up before you use them. So, mine is in the color Lilac Petal, so I'll show you how watery these are. Like, I'm barely squeezing it, and it's a very pretty color, as you can see. So, yeah. So what I'm first going to use this as is my highlight. So I'm just going to get a drop on here, and now I'm just going to place it. It's a nice kind of champagne color. I don't know why it's called Lilac Petal because I find it more of a champagne color, but whatever. So the next thing I'm going to be using is the Color Tattoo by Eye Studio, and this is in the color Bad to the Bronze. The color just looks like that. And so you already have the light color on your eye. I just like to take a little bit of this So I'm just going to go over the lilac petal with a silver color right here. This is just from an e.l.f. quad I have. Okay, so that's all for the shadow. So now I'm going to move on to eyeliner. So I'm going to be using my e.l.f. cream liner, and it just looks like that. And this video is going to be super long, but I'm just using my e.l.f. concealer brush, but obviously I'm not using it for concealer. So I'm just going to line the upper lash line because that's what she has done in the photo. Enough dimension to the eye, and if you put any more on, to me it makes my eyes look smaller. So, and now I'm just going to apply my Colossal Volume Express mascara, and the brush looks like this, and I'm just going to apply it like this, like you would usually apply mascara. So moving on to the lips, I'm going to be using this lipstick by e.l.f. and this is in the color Classy, and it has this really pink, it's like a nice pink color. It's like a nude pink, so I love this one. So I love how that looks, and now as you can see in the picture, she has a lot of shine on her lips, and this is the Bonnie Bell Lip Lights in the color Strawberry Parfait, and it smells like strawberries, obviously. So I'm just going to put this on my lips.